Hey everybody, this is your good pal Erflab, and I am happy to present to you the Week 3 Team Builder versus the Atlanta Altarias, whose coach is Nadia. I had the pleasure of battling Nadia last season, and let me tell you, she whooped my butt. Really great trainer. I wanted to be a little more prepared, a little more or less predictable this season. I've definitely grown a lot as a coach, and I can definitely see it with this set here. But anyways, because I haven't released a draft analysis, I'm just going to read the drafts from each of us. First, let me present to you the Colorado Agrons draft, which consists of the Zygarde 50, the Heatran, the Tangrowth, the Slowbro, the Slurpuff, the Mega Manectric, the Lycanroc Dusk, the Hitmonlee, the Missprit, the Durant, and the Audino. in tiered drafts like this, I'm a huge fan of Audino. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to draft Donphan this season, which is a real shame. I think Donphan does really well in these tier drafts. But anyways. And then my opponent's draft consists of Megalop, the Kartana, the Goodra, the Incineroar, the Thundee, the Whimsicott, the Feraligatr, the Mismagius, the Aerodactyl, the Venomoth, and the Claydol. Just let you guys know immediately. I decided not to bring my Regen Core just because just of how good of a coach Nadia is. She definitely was going to predict a few of my moves, and she would definitely cause a lot of damage. I mean, there's things like there's the Kartana, there's the Incineroar, Goodra can cause some damage on me as well. I mean, that Regen Core can just be really wiped out pretty quickly with this with her team. I mean, yes, I can keep switching in and out. You know, Regenerator's a fantastic ability. But honestly, I just decided to forego it just because I believe this team benefits me more than bringing in that Regen Core. So that's why I decided not to bring it in for this match. One of these days I will, though. So we'll see, but we'll see in the future what I'm sure it'll eventually be able to come into play. You wait. But anyways, let me just kind of explain the set that I want to bring this week against Nadia. And expect the battle video to go up at on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday is the day it'll come out. So definitely expect that probably late night. But anyways, we're gonna start. Oh yeah, let me point out real quick. All named after old wrestlers. Well, you know, old for our generation. We got, so this one's a Hardy bro because I couldn't remember the other dude's name, but this one's Jeff Hardy. But anyways, let me present to you Zygarde, aka Triple H, the man, the legend, Triple H. Anyways, I'm bringing in a Yachi Berry set. I know I brought Yachi Berry a lot, but I mean, there's just so many ice threats these last few matches that I've just been so afraid of. But anyways, this week I'm bringing in Extreme Speed, 1000 Arrows, Coil, and Galare. It's still a setup mon, but the Extreme Speed is just there to help me outpace, you know, the Megalop or anything else that it can cause damage to in case I can't keep up. Webs, sorry, brain fart there. And then 1000 Arrows, it's pretty much mandatory to have on a Zygarde. Like it's a fantastic move, especially with the Aerodactyl there. Anyways, so we have the so Coil is just to help me patch up its defense, make it a little higher, and patch up that attack. With the web support and glare support, I don't really think I'm going to be needing Dragon Dance, and I would much rather bring in the Coil because with the 152 investment in defense, I'm able to barely, and I believe it's still a percentage to one hit to KO me after using Yachi Berry. But if I can get a Coil up with this investment, I'm able to survive a second Ice Punch hit from a fully invested, jolly natured Lopunny, which I'm expecting her to bring a Jolly Nature just because of the Mega Manectric. But anyways, and then when I need to attack after a coil, it pretty much one-hit KOs everything on her team after a Stealth Rock. And then we got, you know, the 136 investment on there. A little bit of overkill with the Jolly Nature, but I really want to play it better, sorry. You never know. Maybe she's expecting me to bring in crazy like Dragon Dance set, and I don't know. But it's I know it's a bit of overkill, but you know, it's alright. Better safe than sorry. And then just the leftover investment into HP, just to kind of help bring up the bulk a little bit. But yeah, I mean, pretty straightforward set. Hopefully Triple H will get a few kills in this match. We got Rikishi, because this mon makes you eat ass. Anyways, so I do love my my more defensive and special defensive fans. I brought a Calm Nature just to help me take on the special attackers a little better. Of course, it barely does anything against the Thunderous. I think it gets 3-hit KO'd by it with this. But with this set, I'm bringing lefties. I debated between Shuckleberry and oh my god, whatever the fighting one is. I always forget what it is. Anywho, so I thought the Oronberry? I don't know, man. Sorry guys, I'm still learning my items here. Anyways, so we got the Toxic, the Flamethrower, the Dragon Pulse, and the Roar. Obviously with Flash Fire. Toxic, there's some things that can switch into this Heat Chant pretty easily. The Goodra is definitely one of them. So I'm hoping to, you know, be able to hit something with the Toxic, especially if they're bringing more defensive types of Pokemon. I mean, the Assault Vest Thunderous. I mean, you know, with rocks outside, it can get chipped out pretty quickly. But I just wanted to make sure that I had something to take on some of her bulkier mons. And then the Flamethrower and Dragon Pulse just to kind of have more, just to have some attacking moves that hit the majority of her team. But yeah, because this team is, yeah, this team is hardcore. She drafted pretty well, I believe. But anyways, especially with that Cortana, the Dragon Pulse just to help me take on the Goodra. I don't know, a banded Goodra could definitely be a huge problem. And then Roar just to help me roar out any setup sweepers that she may bring in. Or hell, maybe I can predict her, you know, trying to set up on Heatran with like Mega Lob or something, expecting to switch out and then boom, Roar. But anyways, I decided to go with Calm Nature, just because those are very huge threats to my team. So I just wanted to have something that's going to help me out more with her special attackers. So that's why this is why I'm bringing this trend here. The Spadef investment helps me survive a +2 Thundee, and then the defenses, I believe, were to help me survive. I can't remember if it was Close Combat or Superpower Incineroar. And I believe with that same investment, I get 3-hit KO by Drain Punch. So Trans great. And then the 152 investment in a special attack just to help me 2-hit KO the majority of her team with Flamethrower, and then Dragon Pulse to help me hit that Goodra hard. So this investment also guarantees me a 2-hit KO on that Goodra after Stealth Rock damage, obviously. So yeah, I mean, this Tran is solid. No speed investment. I didn't find it necessary this time around. I would much rather invest in Heatran survival rather than in speed. I think this investment is essential for this match. So yeah, no speed. Next we're going to the Mega Manectric. First time using this Pokemon and I'm very excited. 124 special attack, pretty much 2-hit KOs the majority of her team after Stealth Rock damage, and then oh sorry, let me go through the moves first. So its ability starting off with Lightning Rod. Its ability starting off with the Lightning Rod in case Thunder decides to go for the T-Bolt, and I can get it in on that Mega Manectric, but we'll see if it benefits me. But you know, I mean, if I do decide to open up with the Mega Manectric, it's gonna be the Mega. Oh, sorry about that, everyone. That's my dog Rocky, my little boxer mastiff, my little guy. Anyways, but yeah, so we got Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, HP Ice, and Toxic. I wanted to bring Flamethrower on this thing, but I mean, after doing the calcs, I mean, Thunderbolt's still 1-hit KO the Venomoth after Stealth Rock, so I'm like, let's bring in Toxic. Maybe I can Toxic its counter. So I thought that would have been a nifty thing. So obligatory 252 Timid Nature investment on the Mega Manectric to speed tie against that Mega Mop. It may or may not come down to that, Mega Lot versus Mega Manectric, so I want to increase my chances as much as possible. Like I said, the 124 investment just to help me hit the majority of her team. Like I said, it pretty much 2-hit KOs everything. I could have invested fully at 252 special attack, but still 2-hit KOs most of her team. Yeah, I think the most it did was like 80 damage on something. I can't remember what it was. But with the Mega Manectric, I mean, yeah, this thing's a monster. Anyways, and then the ability Intimidate after after it Mega Evolves, is going to help me out in case she decides to bring a Banded Goodra. You got the Megaloth, obviously, the Cortana, Incineroar, things like that. I think Intimidate really will come into play here. And then I decided to invest the 132 investment on here. I did the calculations, and the Mega Manectric survives at full HP without rocks. Survives a Earthquake from a Banded Goodra. So that's going to help me out a lot. HP Ice doesn't do jack, but if I can Toxic it, you know, maybe. I mean, there's so much you can do with Goodra. I don't know. Like, she could bring a bulky set, she could bring a bandit set, scarfed. I don't know. She could do a lot with it. Just putting that there just in case. Helps me out against the Claydol as well. The Whimsicott. I mean, it's HPS. I feel is like mandatory on a Manectric. Like I said, this is the first time I've used it, so hopefully that's the case. But anyways, let's move on. We got the Slurpuff here. Yes, Slurpuff has like become like one of my favorites now. So I mean, same, pretty much similar set to the last couple weeks. Citrus Berry with Drain Punch, Webs, Play Rough, and Wish. I brought Wish on it this time around. I think my team would benefit from a Wish Passer. I honestly thought about bringing Audino for this week, but with the Megaloth, the Cortana, I've seen Thundies with Focus Blast or some other crazy moves that I've seen certain other players bring. Then we have the there's just so much. But I mean, one of the bigger threats against the Slurpuff is going to be that Venomoth. I wanted to bring some coverage for that, but I decided against it just because, I mean, I have the Tran, I have the Zygarde, the Manectric, like, I have plenty of Pokemon that can take it down. So I decided to bring Drain Punch, Sticky Webs, Play Rough, and Wish on it. The Drain Punch is just to help me out against, hits the Cortana a little bit, the Incineroar, I mean, it's just a way of a way to for recovery and still damage some of the Pokemon. I have Wish on there, but Wish is mostly just to help heal up the rest of my team. We have Play Rough, helps me out against the Goodra, the Lopunny, and it hits a lot of her team pretty well. 2-hit KOs with that 116 investment after rocks. Let's see, what else can we go through? Oh yeah, so 116 attack, like I said, 2-hit KOs the majority of her mons. The 156 investment on there helps me survive a Thunderbolt from a +2 Thundy, I believe, if I remember correctly. Helps me out against the Whimsicott, and against a what was it? And a Bug Buzz from a Quiver Dance, Venomoth. So, and then I mean, what I'm expecting would happen is, you know, I Citrus Berry it. I mean, the Slurpuff is again only here for the webs. That's its job. The rest of it is a benefit. And then 156 in defense to help me survive a hit from so I don't get 1-hit KO'd by the Megalop after a Swords Dance or after a Drain Punch with return. There's still a chance of it, but when I was doing the calcs and everything, I couldn't do more than 156 because that 64 investment in speed was essential to outspeed the rest of her team after Unburden. So we'll see. So yeah, that 156, and then I put 16 in HP just to help patch up everything all together, and bring it up a little bit. I mean, it helps with the Wish just a little bit. But yeah, I love Slurpuff Unburden, wonderful. And then next we have the Hitmonlee Jeff Hardy. Oh yeah, by the way, the Slurpuff, it's named Kane. Like, look at this thing, it's a cupcake, and it's named Kane. I love it. Then we have Jeff Hardy, the Lee in my team. Again, this is a Citrus Berry Unburden Mon. So Hitmonlee is a wonderful Pokemon. Like, look at that, 120 attack, 110 special defense. When I saw that 110 special defense, I was like, you know what? And then I was just going through its moves, and I'm like, bulk up. I'm like, okay, so there's Reckless. I mean, it does come with the ability Reckless. I mean, I could have brought a Scarf Reckless, high jump user, and just high jumped her team. But you know what? No, I decided with the Citrus Berry because with the Unburden ability, that way I outspeed everything on her team. And then I'm free to use whatever move I want. And then here's the other thing too, I can use Bulk Up. So yeah, I brought in High Jump Kick, Poison Jab, Bulk Up, and Rapid Spin. After one Bulk Up, I survive. I don't get 2-hit KO by her physical attackers. Or sorry, I don't get 1-hit KO by her physical attackers. And then after one Bulk Up with that +1 attack, I pretty much 1-hit KO a lot of her team after rocks damage. The Poison Jab's just there to help me out with with Pokemon such as Whimsicott. That's pretty much it. That Whimsicott could be an issue, and against the Thundy as well, just to have something else against it. Because High Jump Kick doesn't do much to the Thundy. I mean, after one Bulk Up, it still survives. Depending on HP investment on that Thundy, it can survive a +1 High Jump Kick. And then 228 special defense just to help me out against her more powerful special attackers, Thundy, Whimsicott, Choice Specs Goodra. Choice Specs Goodra still murders though with Draco Meteor. Oof. I mean, but there's not much that can survive without Choice Specs Draco Meteor. Anything. But yeah, and then 20 speed just to guarantee that I outspeed everything she has after Unburden kicks in. So I'm hoping to use this Hitmonlee. I'm actually very happy about this set. I mean, at the very least, it's going to wreak some havoc on her team. So I'm hoping that it's going to be beneficial for this match. And then finally we have the Undertaker, who's misprint. Anyways, I'm bringing in Levitate. I'm definitely going to need some ground immunity here with the Tran and the Manectric. And I think Mesprit is definitely a better choice to bring in than the Slowbro. Even though the Slowbro does have Regenerator, and yeah, I mean, it has access to Calm Mind and I mean, Regenerator, Scald, and Calm Mind, but I think Levitate, just alone with Levitate, it's better to bring the Mesprit. And plus, I mean, I get to bring in rocks on it, Dazzling Gleam, Ice Beam, and the U-turn. The U-turn is just, as you noticed, no speed investment on this thing. The U-turn is just there to help me bring in safely some of my mons that I don't want them to take damage, like the Manectric, the Hitmonlee, if I can bring it in safely, the Zygarde, and I definitely don't want the Tran to take. Well, Tran's there to go on against this her more physical attackers. So, whatever. But anyways, but yeah, it's just there to help me out with that. Just kind of get that Volt turn core. Dazzling Gleam hits the Lop, hits the Goodra, hits the Incineroar. Yeah, it hits a lot on her team, especially some of the more bigger threats. And then we have Ice Beam, which helps me against the Cortana. 2-hit KOs it with the 116 HP or special attack investment. Helps me out against the Goodra. Helps me out against the Thundy, the Whimsicott. Helps me 2-hit KO the Aerodactyl. And it helps me out against the Claydol. Like, there's just, yeah, this Mesprit is a godsend. So I ended up bringing lefties on this thing just to help it have some HP recovery. I debated about bringing Healing Wish onto this thing, but in the end decided against it and just decided to put rocks on this instead of bringing it on the Heatran. That way I can free up a slot for Roar on the Tran. Just because, like, I didn't think of another attack that could help me out with Heatran or that would be worthy of bringing in. So, I was like, what, the Mesprit is another rocker. Let's bring it in on that. So 212 defense, guarantees that I survive a Darkest Lariat from the Incineroar.
Stop.
Up to, I think it was like 156 attack investment. I believe that's what it was. Somewhere between there. Can't remember what it was now. Shoot. You guys have got me thinking now. Anyways, but yeah, 212 defense on that thing. So yeah, I mean, Incineroar is going to be one of its biggest threats. The special defense is to help me survive the Bug Buzz from the Venomoth without the Quiver Dance. And this is without rocks on the field. The 168 was essential to help me 2-hit KO most of her team as well. After rocks damage, and then 16 HP just because it wasn't worthy of investing it into the special defense. It didn't make much of a difference, so I decided to put it in HP just to give it an overall bulk on everything. And then with the Calm Nature to help me take on some of her special attackers as well. Oh yeah, and the 112 also guarantees that I do not get 1-hit KO'd by the Shadow Ball Mismagius. So it helps me survive it. Anywho, but yeah, guys, that's the team builder. Definitely comment and let me know what you guys thought. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Like the video and subscribe to my channel. Blah. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and look out for my battle against Nadia around Wednesday, probably late Wednesday night. It'll go up, but we'll see. It'll probably go up a little sooner. We'll see. No, never mind. It has to go up on Wednesday, but it'll go up early Wednesday, I'm hoping, after class. So, yeah, please like and comment on the video, and remember to subscribe, and please share this video wherever you guys can, and thanks for watching, and have a wonderful day.